up, everyone? It's Khlevia here. Today I'm here with Freddy Dynamite, and we're just here to talk about the World Cup because guess what? We've been waiting, and the World Cup is finally here. We've been eager and we've been waiting for the Black Stars to play. But today is not about the Black Stars. Let's put them on the side. Today is a very important game. If you're active on X, you know what this game means. Today is the opening game, Mexico versus South Africa. Fred.
Khlevia, big game for the whole of Africa, especially South Africa. You know, the last time these two teams played was in 2010 when Sifiwe Tshabalala pulled first blood. I had to take former Barcelona player Rafa Marquez to equalize very late on in the game. That game ended 1-1. This time round, the game is to be played at the Azteca Stadium. For me, anyone who wins this would get the nod to qualify past the group stages because, you know, the first game is that crucial. Mexico, they played against the under-23 side, you know, Ghana. Yes, this time against South Africa. The South Africans are winless in their last 5, 3 draws and 2 defeats. The Mexican national team are also, you know, unbeaten. They are unbeaten in their last 5 games. So they are high on form. They are buzzing. They would want to, you know, kickstart this tournament with a win. And for me, I believe Javier Aguirre, the head coach of Mexico, would be inspiring his side, motivating his side to get the first 3 points in the first game.
So you know how Africa is always like one when we have an African team representing at the World Cup. You know the whole controversy with South Africa right now. It seems like a lot of African teams are saying their names are Ama, Santos, and this and that because of the whole controversy. What are your thoughts on that, you know, going into this game?
I was just thinking about football, okay? But you asking me this question, I believe Nigeria, Ghana, you know, the whole of Africa would be expecting South Africa to get a result. But just stemming from the fact that South Africa, you know, they are now at loggerheads with loads of African nations, okay? Because we know we are all Africans. And if you should be sacking other African states from your country, saying that they should go fix their countries, okay? You bring loads of hate upon yourself. And for me, as I'm saying, if you didn't ask this question, I would have been gunning for the Bafana of South Africa to get a result in this game. But you asking this question, yes, I believe that.
Mind.
Yeah, they have to learn a thing or two, okay? If you look at Mexico, most of the South African or South American nations would be expecting them to get a 3 points, okay? That's the power of football. So for me, South Africa, yes, they have loads of things to do to get a result in this game. But I'm expecting, you know, Mexico to get the 3 maximum points to that Azteca Stadium.
Yeah, I think I'm also expecting Mexico to get the win. Not because I'm going to hate watch on South Africa, which I am, but I still feel like Mexico's form coming into this game is much better than South Africa. But it's still a tournament. It can be anybody's game. So I expect it to go anyway. It could be a draw as well, which would be good for South Africa. But I feel like South Africa are in a good position to get out of this group because they have South Korea and
Czech Republic.
Yeah, so they shouldn't really struggle in this group. Looking at Bafana's form, even in the last World Cup, in the last AFCON, they weren't so poor. So I'm expecting them to show up. And they can even get best 3rd place.
True.
So where do you think they would end up in this group?
For me, the Czech Republic, for me, okay, if you ask me to give the top 2 in this group, Mexico is hosting, so definitely they would be, or they'll have the upper hand, okay? So the onus lies on South Africa and Czech Republic to get the 2nd spot. But, you know, there's also 3rd best place, you know, up for grabs. So South Africa, as I said, they just need to get a result. Any result will do, at least a draw would give them that upper hand to, you know, go forward in the subsequent games so they can advance past the group stages. But you look at the forms of, you know, the 2 nations getting into this very game, and you ask yourself, if South Africa are in a better position. You know, Mexicans are the Mexicans are poised. Okay, that's why they arranged for that game against the Ghanaian team. Yes, we didn't give our A players.
That game was like our B team. Oh.
It was our B team, okay, but they just wanted that African opposition. They wanted to test themselves against an African team to just get a fair idea. Yeah, about how African teams, set up and how they would, hit South Africa in the opening game. Yeah. So yes. I believe this game, my bet will be on Mexico. The fact that South Africa are winless in their last 5 games gives Mexico the nod or the upper hand in this game.
So, Fred, what is your prediction for this game?
I'll go for a 1-1 draw. Yes, in 2010.
Just one goal?
No, 1-0. So 1-1 will do
okay.
for me. Yes, 1-1 will do because we're expecting goals.
So you think South Africa will get something from the game?
I believe they'll get something from the game because Mexico are missing some number of players. Yeah, they have 2 good strikers in Santiago Jimenez and Raul Jimenez also, but they have a number of injuries, as I said, and that would deter them from winning the game. So I'm expecting a 1-1 draw at the end of the game.
Okay. From my end, I feel like Mexico would get the upper hand. So I'm going for a 2-1 win to Mexico. I'm not hating, no. I'm just saying.
Yeah. So 2-1, it's also possible. 2-1, very, very possible because yes, the 12th man will play a part. Mexico have their home fans, who will be cheering the team on.
They have the 12th man, which is the home fans.
Yes.
So it's going to be interesting to see how that goes.
Very, very interesting.
If I want to go through some of the comments on X that have made me laugh in my spare time, it's just people remixing their names. There's Ama Santos, there's Kweku Rahimes.
Wow.
People are saying they just can't wait to do the vamoose in their rooms when Mexico scores like 7-9.
Whoa.
Like those are the things people are saying,
whoa. Just because of the xenophobic something.
People are going into this game hate watching. Like, no, see, they bought the hats. The Mexican, they have the jerseys. That's what I'm seeing on social media. So this game is definitely going to be very interesting to see how it goes.
Very, very interesting.
And South Africa, just don't lose.
No vuvuzela this time round, yeah?
No vuvuzelas are allowed. They just can't lose. Or the banter, they are not ready for us on the timeline.
We will take them woto for the timeline talk.
All right, that's it. That's our take on the South Africa-Mexico game. What are your thoughts on this game? What do you predict would be the scoreline? Are you also going to hate watch or you're going to be Bafana all the way? Remember to follow us on all our social media platforms on Charley Official, and remember to hit that subscribe button. I'm watching you. Hit that subscribe button and like this video. Thanks for watching.